My name is Rosa Rodriguez. I'm from Honduras, La Ceiba. This Casa de Bendición y Antojitos Centroamericanos in Waco, Texas. And this is Michelle and Abigail. We serve food and we have a Christian gift shop.
I started looking for housing because I came upon a major life change and was trying to look at my options for me and my children. That's, that was the end goal, was to just to get a house for me and my babies, to where we wouldn't have to move around so much with rent going up.
I've been in this house for 25 years. I love this house. I am a widow and I am disabled. This is my home. And I'm not financially stable to do everything on point. I had a roof problem. I had a hole it was big, and it was on the back side of my house. Didn't know I had the hole.
When I started my business, I was by myself. We started just with one table. Then it was 2 tables, and then it was 3 tables. And we decided to add more because it was not enough place for the customers when they come. And one day, a beautiful girl opened the door and said, I'm from Grassroots. But she started introducing herself and told me that was in here for the community. And I was like, I'm here for the community too, From there, everything changed.
The lady that I came into contact with 211 gave me just information on housing, and I think they mentioned the name, and I happened upon Grassroots. I had never heard of them before, but I kind of just went from there. I didn't know what to think about. I had never heard of them before, but the more I talked to Mr. Darrell and found out more about it, kind of just went from there. He helped me sign up to do the classes to get knowledge on your credit and have a good credit and work your way up. I just found out how much harder it was of a process to get a house. You would think it would just be you have good credit, you have money for a down payment, and that was it, but it was a lot harder than I expected.
I had a friend that was having some work done by Grassroots, and that's how I learned about Grassroots. She told me where it was located, so I went and I did the application, and Brian, he kept in touch with me real good. He called me one day, and I think the people were out in 3 days later.
That helped me to apply to the grant.
I've seen Natalie come in and be on my mom like, hey, you have deadlines. We have to hurry up and get these papers signed and looked at and read. They come and take time to actually get the work done that needs to be done for the grants and the funding and stuff like that.
It's very nice because helped me also to connect with another business.
The main thing that was helpful was the communication, especially on Mr. Darrell's part. I felt like the process took its time for months on end sometimes, and he was really great at just calling me back or giving me an update whenever I asked for one, even if there was no information to give, just so I could stay in the loop. When Mr. Darrell told me, he's like, you got it, I was still in shock and disbelief. It took a minute to really? I couldn't believe it, that I was actually going to be moving into the house. It feels amazing to have this house. That's basically the dream for anyone, is to have their forever home. And the fact that I was able to get it so soon after having such a big major life change, it was everything to me and my kids. That's the end goal.
I think they put their roof on in one day. It was only thing you heard was a tap, tap, tapping early in the morning. And after that, you came back, you had a whole new roof. I appreciate Grassroots. And if anybody out there that needs work, get with them. Go ahead and put in the application. It take a little time sometimes, but the legwork is worth it. It's worth it.
Well, I've already forwarded Mr. Darrell's number to 3 other people in the similar situation where they're ready to buy a home. The main thing I've shared with them is that Grassroots, the way that they helped me with communication and helping the process, they were just really great at helping me along and getting through it. We made it, and they helped me get here.
If Grassroots wouldn't have stepped in and replaced my roof, I couldn't afford it at the time. So the city of Waco might have condemned my house. This is my home. This is where I live. I don't know what I would have did if it weren't for Grassroots with this roof thing. I don't know.
This is a place where they can feel like I didn't come here just to eat. It says it in our name, Casa de Bendición, and translating to house of blessing. So we just also hope that they feel, they've gotten a blessing with the food, but then also spiritually too.
I'm so proud of her. She used to work long hours. I remember she'd come home
and I had to take her boots off, and I'd be like, oh, why do you do this? I'm proud that I get to be by her side. I admire her because she's always opening her arms and having conversations with people. If we haven't had been introduced to Grassroots, I think our business wouldn't have been as far up as it is right now. I believe the benefits that Grassroots and being exposed to them offers, like, the community support. Grassroots is a company that, cares about communities and small businesses.